The Gift and the Curse of My Childhood Sexual Abuse. Now, this is a title that I find very interesting. It feels powerful. It feels encouraging. I just want to speak about it a little bit more. Now, of course, there are two sides to this. We have the gift and we have the curse. Now, let's talk about the gift first, because I feel like that is the one that people are going to be like, how is there even a gift in an experience of childhood sexual abuse? Now, in the podcast and the interviews that I do, a lot of people are asking me or discussing that area of, if you could turn back the hands of time, would you erase or eliminate this experience from your memory? And the truthful answer to that, which I'm still trying to find my feet on, is no, I wouldn't erase it from my memory, because I believe a lot of good came from it. A lot of bad came from it, no doubt about that. But I feel like a lot of good did come from it again. Now, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, what good came from it? Let's go through the first thing I like to say. I learned from a very young age that not every adult is trustworthy. I learned from a very young age that not every adult has your well-being in mind. Now, let's say that when the abuse finished, it's not like I woke up one morning and I was like, oh, I've learned that lesson. It wasn't like that. I don't believe it was like that. I think what would have happened is, over time, as I grew, I just had been taken advantage by another man. I'd been manipulated by another man for his perverted pleasure. And now I know to be vigilant, to watch out. And now that lesson will never leave me, because it's ingrained in me. It's like it's in my heart. Yeah, that is a lesson of value for your life. We want all children to learn that and understand that. We are doing our best to educate children. All the charities are doing their best to get this in the education system, to get children to be aware that not every adult is trustworthy and you should be vigilant. Now, I learned that lesson through experience, which is a way that you'll never forget it. And you understand it. So, can we start the gift side of this conversation with something like that? So now I'm kind of stalled, because I'm trying to think now, well, where's more gift in that kind of way, in that kind of lesson that I learned from it as a child? Okay, let me touch on this one. And this one is a tough one. Did it give me confidence with being intimate? Did it? Maybe. Because we can't say that a child's reaction, all children's reaction to a experience of sexual abuse is negative towards their way that they view their body. For many people it is. But I feel like when I got into my teenage years, without even realizing, I was very confident in sexual situations because I'd been in all of them before. I really feel like that's the case. And if you saw my flashbacks video that I released a few days ago, you will see that I put a line in that video that was along those lines. Because I feel like that's what happened. Is that a gift? Maybe it could be considered as a gift. Maybe. Because it's a positive thing. I'd learned about intimacy before I came to that stage of my life naturally. But saying that, there's a negative side to that. I get that. It was unnecessary. It was not needed. I was too young. I'm just trying to draw the good out of the experience. Because what we're going to do, what else are we going to do? We're going to leave it as only sadness, only sorrow? Every time you think about it, it's sadness and sorrow. Nothing good came from it. That is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster in my eyes. I want to draw some good out of the experience. Maybe the intimacy example that I just gave is not one that I don't feel, actually, now that I've said it, I don't feel amazing about that example. But being vigilant and aware that adults are not all trustworthy, I think that's a good one. Excuse me, I got a bit of a cold at the moment. Okay. Now, let's just move on to the bigger picture here now for me with what I'm doing online. This is where the true gift is for me right now. What the sexual abuse gave to me is a feeling that I cannot leave alone. And that is a feeling that I just don't want children to be neglected. I don't want children to be hurt. I don't want children to go through things that are horrific in nature. And I feel that so deeply in my heart. It's so incredible. It is just such a strong feeling. And why is that? Because I have also felt that. And that is what's driving this project, this Something to Say project. That is why I feel like an insatiable passion for it. It's why I can't stop progressing it. It's why I believe in it. And when I say, by the way, when I say I believe in it, right, I'm not just saying that to try to be positive about it. I'm not just writing that in a caption of my post because I want to get everybody feeling uplifted. I honestly believe in this project. It has given me the most incredible motivation. It has given my life the most incredible energy. I wake up every morning thinking, right, what can we progress today? Let's move this forward. Let's speak to this person. Let's write to this person. Let's contact this person. What about this idea? Let's brainstorm this idea. Let's speak to this person about it. Let's try to get a film going about it. Could it be an animation? Shall I keep it as a social media post? How's the YouTube channel going? How's the merchandise developing? How are the films developing? When am I going to release these? When's the next one going to be released? How am I going to promo it? Come on. That is an engaging life. I am never waking up in the morning and being like, oh, alarm's going off. I'm just going to give myself 10 more minutes. Like, I am out of bed because I can't wait to get the day going. I can't wait to get the next task going. That is an incredible, incredible thing that I feel fortunate for. It's a gift. That is a gift to me. That is a gift from the experience. And I hope anyone that's following, I hope anyone that's coming along for this journey, that's been coming along for this journey, feels the same. We're going to squeeze some good. We're going to squeeze some good out of this. We're going to wring it until we get the last bits of good out of this experience. And look at what's going on with the Something to Say page. It's incredible. People are doing the same thing now. Now there's a platform for others to do that. There's now a platform for others to come on, say what they got to say what they want to say that makes them feel strong when they say it, and the effect of that is other people feel strong when they read it. These are gifts. These are gifts. Again, if it's only sadness and sorrow, then we are going to drown in this. We're going to drown. That's why this Something to Say page, I am the reason the way that I've tried to construct it is that it's a page of encouragement. It's a page of strength. It's a page of boldness, right? That's why I feel that's so important. That's why I've created the page, and it is flourishing. Now, we've got women on there, we've got men on there, we've got people who want to say something about the work within the field. We got people who want to say something about their story. We got people who want to say all sorts of things. They're writing in. We've nearly got post a day, and that is a gift for us. I'm so passionate about, I truly believe about making sure we see both sides of the coin, making sure we see the light and making sure we see the dark as well. So I suppose that moves us nicely onto the curse side of things, because I don't think we should get carried away with the gift, much like I don't think we should get carried away with the curse, but we should report on them both because they exist together. And the curse, of course, is the fact that it's happened. It's in my mind. The memories are there. They're imprinted on my brain. I feel sad for the boy who I was that this happened to. They're curses. It's sad. It's not nice. But just to take it up one level from that, the curse comes because I can't let this go. This project has to work. And I've got to really, really discipline myself these days, because otherwise I don't think about anything else except for progressing this project and getting it to as many people as possible. I find myself sometimes even in conversation with people about anything, whether if I meet somebody for coffee or a drink or whatever it is, I'm meeting friends, or sometimes I'm having a conversation and I'm either it's sparked an idea about the project, or I'm relating it to the project, or even I'm thinking about the project and I'm not 100% engaged in the conversation. Now, I know we're never 100% engaged in a conversation. We're often thinking about this and this and this and this. That's the way our mind works. But I really do need to keep an eye on myself that this doesn't become detrimental to my life. Obsession maybe is a word that I need to throw in there. I sometimes think then, well, maybe a bit of obsession is needed. I've definitely got a bit of obsession there. But I've had that my whole life. Even when I was engineering, I was the same. I was always thinking like, right, how can I upskill myself? How can I could learn that thing, I could read on that thing, I could study on that thing, because I know if I can get skillful in that area of engineering, then I can go for this job, which is a more prestigious or a more technically advanced project that I could possibly engineer. I was always very, very, very ambitious and obsessive in my goal and my target and reaching it. Always. Even at school, same. You know, people who have known me for 20 years, they know that that's the way things are with me. So I've applied it to this, but this one has a different pull. Whereas when I was designing supercars for McLaren, let's say, I was on a project called Speedtail, and that was a limited edition vehicle, only 107 made. and they were like £2 million each. Now, being on a project like that is, you have to be very forward thinking and ambitious and trying to drive and really motivated and trying to break boundaries. We tried to break boundaries in the industry with how light the car was, the handling of the car, the speed of the car. It was McLaren's first hybrid vehicle. We were trying to break boundaries. But this project, the Something to Say project, is different. And the reason why it's different is because we are trying to save children. We are trying to prevent the amount of child sexual abuse that is going on. That's a different pool. Yeah? That brings a completely different vibe. There's something very fulfilling about that. There's something it really draws you. Because if you've been through an experience of child sexual abuse, you know what that's like. And to think if you could stop it happening to one more child, that's incredible. If you haven't had an experience of child sexual abuse, I hope that you can understand the horrificness of it, and to stop it or prevent it happening to so many children is there's just something very different to designing or engineering a supercar. A supercar that is worth millions, that most people can't, hardly anyone on this planet can buy. It starts that then starts to become pointless. But this is different. And the curse of it is, again, I must make sure that I don't get too, that I don't, you know what? A good way to put it is, I need to make sure that I don't get to the ending of my life, the last stages of my life, and look back and be like, I didn't do anything else. Meaning, I didn't take care of the other areas of my life as well. Let's take friendships, for example. If this project started taking priority over my friendships in an unhealthy balance, that would be not good. Because then my head starts getting mad. There's the curse for you. So we have a gift and we have a curse. And I believe there is a gift and a curse to every experience. And why should child sexual abuse be different? We've got to take some drive, some positive out of this experience. If anything, it is to make you more vigilant with your surroundings and the children in your own family. Let's just take that as one of the gifts. Yeah, let's just take that as one of the gifts. That because you went through an experience like this, now you are more vigilant with the children in your own family. And if you don't have children in your own family, maybe you don't have your own, maybe your siblings don't have any, maybe you don't have any cousins or anything like that in your family, then you probably got friends who have children. And if you don't have that, then there are children existing that you just are around, that you could be vigilant by learning from your experience. And if you want to take that one step further, you can use your experience to encourage others. That's the gift. That's the gift. Okay, let's leave it there. Look, for me, that's a very interesting title, and it's a very strong title. I want to use it further. Maybe I could create more content around that. Keep an eye on my pages. Lots coming out lately. More films, more videos. YouTube is really growing now. I'm really pleased about that. So, yeah, let's just keep moving forward with this, yeah. Thank you for listening.